A lot of people that in that house are doing this is about the most funniest story of my channel. If you go back 12 months ago, you see a few, 2 or 3 videos about Brunei, the king of Brunei. You probably never heard of Brunei. Brunei is a small country in beside Indonesia and Malaysia. It's a small kingdom, a dictatorship. It's supposed to be a monarchy, but it is a dictatorship. As I would call them, people in Brunei would probably want to kill me for saying that, but the hell with it. Because I deem it a dictatorship, I deem it as a regime, I deem it as the really fascist regime. And a few months ago, people they tried to bring in the death penalty for gays, obviously stoning, people who are gay to death. Which I said was something like you would have from 100 years, 200, 300 years ago, which is not something for a modern country to be doing. But obviously, thankfully they changed their mind. They've seen they see the wrongs of the way, I suppose you could say that. And they said they wouldn't going to do it. And that's because every country in the world came down on them, and it's only a small kingdom. And they didn't that. And I love to see the time when I criticised them on my video. A lot of people from Brunei were very thick with me. But they didn't have any. I asked the question, who would do that? Stone people for being gay, for who they want to be. And it didn't give me really any answer. And that's the thing, they didn't give me any answer. They just criticised me, saying, you don't live in Brunei. And some even called me American. And I wouldn't mind, but I was wearing my Irish hat with the Irish tricolour at the foot. And they called me American, then with the picture of Alan behind me. And they say you're American. That's common sense. That's great common sense right there. There's no sense. Then saying you don't know about Sharia law and this, that, and the other. Fair enough, I give them credit. I don't know what's happening in their country, obviously. That's fair enough. I might as well admit that's right. But at the time that was a very, very stupid thing to do. And a very, very stupid thing for the Brunei government to think of. Because it wouldn't live up to many country standards. And obviously, I didn't think it was right, to do that, because there's people murdering people, and they probably don't get it. They'll probably get off with the Brunei. And obviously it has oil and everything like that, so obviously it'd be best friends with America, obviously. But it's just the time. Back a few 12 months ago, so that was the most funniest experience, because nobody was executed, thankfully. But the most funniest, it was just the most funniest, because people, were struggling, like the people from Brunei were struggling to find a reason to my question. It doesn't matter what law you are or what religion you are, killing anybody for any reason is a sin. As simple as. Especially that way, stoning somebody to that, it's a sin. And if they couldn't get an answer that says Sharia law, that's the way we do it, and that's the crack, and that's this, that, and the other. And they couldn't answer me. Simple as that, they couldn't answer me. They couldn't find any solution. And just found it funny, because they wouldn't just admit it to themselves, because they're that brainwashed over there. They'd say that I'm trying to brainwash people. But I always tell the truth. I'm sure people would agree with me. That's very, very harsh to do that. If you killed somebody in Ireland, you wouldn't nearly get a medal for it. You wouldn't get stoned. Now stone is just like throwing stones with tar on either. They're talking about tar what people do at that time. But I'm sure everybody would admit that was very, very harsh. They didn't even do. Thankfully they didn't do it, but they had ideas of doing it, but thankfully the whole world put a stop to that, because every country called them on nearly on. But yeah, that's kind of my funniest experience, or weirdest experience on YouTube. Dealing with that was the most weird thing. But I think I was right. I think I was in the right. I think a lot of people did say. 2 or 3 human rights campaigners I talked to a few times, who were very in the Irish Human Rights Council. They said I was right doing it, and a lot of people said I was right doing it. Nobody said that I was wrong doing it. Nobody said I was wrong to call Martin. The only place that kind of were given out about it is Brunei themselves. But they have to admit, that's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh from what they were planning to do. But as I said, I don't know what's happening. I'm on the ground over there, and one comment actually, and this is actually from recently. They said, worry about your own country. I wouldn't mind, but there's very few times I go and look outside of Ireland, to, let's just take from example America, or go to talk about stories from outside Ireland. I talked about the Ryan Coffin in New Jersey on the player there, or the poster there. I talked about Greenland being the goal to be sold to the United States, but Denmark said no. And I talked about Benai. That's the only 3 times ever when he went out. I talked about anything outside of Ireland, I suppose. That's the only 3 times I went and talked about international events. That was a very bad experience for the first time. But anyway, I did what was right, and I did what was right. But yeah, that was kind of the most weirdest experience I can have on YouTube. But anyway, thank you for watching. This is Guy from One Bye.